All right, so here I am going to prepare, I think this is Chinese cabbage, but I have, this is what it looks like. I took the outer leaves off. It's super heavy. I took the outer leaves off. I'm going to cook part of it. It's really large, so I can cook quite a bit of it. Now I'm going to do some stir fry. And I was told you can eat this, prepare it like a cabbage, or you can use it like a lettuce in a salad, and it holds its crispiness and it doesn't get wimpy like lettuce does after you dress it and let it sit. So I like my greens cut thin, almost like shreds. So that's what you see here. I've shredded, I took several leaves off, rolled them, and shredded them. Well, not really shredded. I like them thinner than this, but since I'm going to use them in stir fry, I made them a little thicker than normal. And of course, I cut up some of this stock. I'm not sure, but it looks like bok choy to me. And so I'm kind of hoping that it holds its flavor and crispiness at the same time. That's what I was told about it. If it holds it as a lettuce, it may hold it, acting as a lettuce, it may hold it as a cabbage. And I like that crunch. So I forgot to get some spinach yesterday at the market, and I forgot to get some bean sprouts. So I'm hoping this will fill the void, and that's why I cut up so much of it. Which I really only cut a few leaves, maybe 5, 6 leaves altogether, and it's a good bowl. It is sandy because it is a cabbage, and cabbages normally grow close to the ground, so it has some sand in it. I'm going to wash it, and then I'm going to stir fry it. I can't wait to get my teeth into this. Now I clean all my greens. I clean all my greens with cold water and salt. So yes, I'm going to sprinkle quite a bit of salt. That's just regular salt. It can be iodized or regular salt. It doesn't matter. What it does is I don't clean my green things, leafy greens, with detergent. Some people do. I don't know why. I guess they figure dish detergent will get it clean. However, I use salt, and it will usually, which it will turn into brine, but it usually gets any bugs off that are lingering in between the leaves, and it also will help get that sand off of there. And I use cold water because I don't want to pre-cook these. I want them nice and crispy. And we put them in a bath, salt water bath. Usually I would have them in a sink, but I don't have that many in here. So just agitate it around myself. See, that thing is almost full of water. They need to be loose. They need to be able to move around and sort of agitate it. I mean, again, it's a bath. You're washing them. So they need to be able to move freely around in here, and make sure it's, again, cold water. And I will pour this off and rinse these again. Now you can put the salt water on there twice if you want to, or 3 times. It's up to you. But I want to make sure it's all the way down. I have this other one just kind of sitting here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to pour the water off of these. I'm going to take these out of here so any sand can settle to the bottom. All right, so I've agitated these around in here, and I'll swish them like this and take them from the top, letting some of that water drain, and put them in there. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want the sand to fall off and settle to the bottom. and there'll be sand to the bottom. And then I just pour this out. And usually you can see it accumulating at the very bottom of the bowl. I'm not sure if you can see this so well. Those little small particles will be at the very bottom. And I don't want those. I don't like the crunch of sand in my food. And I rinse that bowl out. And then I reintroduce the green leafies again. And that's how you do it. The salt will dissolve, creating brine. These, I didn't see any bugs on these. Normally with the green leafies, you can kind of go through and pick them out. But this is, it's a cabbage, and the leaves are pretty close together. I think the only time you will see the bugs really in there is before it gets cold and they start balling up. But the cabbage is normally, the leaves are so close together, anchored so close together that you don't generally see bugs in the mass of it. You'll see them in the outer leaves that are loose. So sometimes when you see those leaves have been have holes in them, they usually, it depends on where you get your vegetables from. The farm where I get my vegetables from, they don't treat the vegetables themselves. They treat the soil before. Can you hear that? It was a little sand on the bottom. I could hear the sand on the bottom of that pan. But the farm, like I was saying, I get my vegetables from, they treat the soil before each planting season. They have a window of time that they treat the soil, and then months later, they go in and rework the soil before they even plant. So they get rid of the bugs or the eggs, larvae, and bugs in the soil itself. They don't generally spray the vegetables. Once the vegetables come up, they're on their own. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm rinsing these again, and I'm going to pull them up out of here. Again, enough water so that they can move around, rinse, and whatever's on them can fall off of them. This one, I didn't add any salt to it. You can if you like, but you don't have to. And all I use is salt and water with a little agitation to clean them. No harsh chemicals that you have to make sure you get off, otherwise it makes you sick. I can't imagine eating the dish detergent if it wasn't rinsed off enough. So thanks for joining me. That's how you clean these green leafies, any green leafies that I do. That's how I clean them. And if you haven't done so already, hit the like and the subscribe button and the notification bell if you like.